Yeah, so for some fuck all reason, the whole internet seems to be getting obsessed with some of that MOTU PATLU dabbing over that stupid beat. Okay, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know where it happened, but it has happened, and may God give us all strength to just end ourselves. And now the internet seems to be growing some really strong feeling for MOTU and PATLU. To tell you the truth, I can see why. 'Cause it's so perfect. No, not really, but you have to admit that there is something about the show. I mean, even if you look at a still frame from the show, you just know. Absolute goldmine. But honestly, ask yourselves, don't you really want to get into the depth of MOTU and PATLU to go balls deep into the history and the lore of these two amazing magnanimous things? I'm guessing the answer is no, but you know what, I'm still gonna do it. Go fuck yourself. Now, if you happen to be a kid growing up in India during the 90s, the only valid way for you to know about MOTU and PATLU was through this yet another amazing invention of God that went by the name of Lodpot. Ooh, the memories! Now, Lodpot was an Indian kids magazine that came out on weekly basis, and the name basically means rolling on the floor and laughing. Now, back in those times, these things were the shit. Like, boy, the stories are endless, and the pain is also pretty much fucking endless. End me, please. God. And believe it or not, these things are still up and running. Yup. You better pick that bucket of color, pour it all over yourself, and then sexually identify yourself as intrigued. Because for one, I certainly am. And if you still cannot tell it, then yeah. MOTU and PATLU were the absolute four frontiers of these comics. You know, the true heroes that we didn't deserve, but were shoved down our damn throats. So to really help you know who actually are MOTU and PATLU, I'm just gonna take the help from the Wikipedia. MOTU is a plump man who serves as one of the show's central protagonist. He likes to eat samosa, which provides him power. His best friend is PATLU. He often lands in trouble because of his action. He's always looking for the easiest way to earn money, have fun, and get to eat a lot of samosa, even if it means landing himself in trouble. Sometimes he gets overexpressive while celebrating his victory and can do something very foolish. Like bringing back a pirate into the present who they had sent recently back to the past. Yep, that's the life of our poor MOTU, isn't it? He makes a lot of money, eats a lot of shit, fucks a lot of bitches, and then brings back pirates from the past so that he can send them back into the past? Like, I'm sorry, Mr. Miyamoto, but your games don't even come close to the sheer depth and the lore of MOTU and PATLU. Like, this is amazing. But you know what? It really doesn't matter because he's a good-natured man who wants to help others. And wear red tunic with navy blue vest and yellow pajama and shoes. So, by the way, his father is believed to have been abducted by the extraterrestrials from Axer during his search for extraterrestrial life forms in the universe. Can we have the Oscar already, please? Like the Oscar for best everything in the world, and you don't have to try any more award or something? Meanwhile, PATLU is a slim man who is often portrayed as the smartest guy in the city. He often gets into the trouble along with MOTU, but manages to help himself and MOTU when they land in trouble. He advises MOTU to be in their normal track and thus lead a danger-free life, but he can always be coaxed or forced by MOTU into helping him. Yep. He dislikes samosa, but loves to read newspaper. Yeah, you get it? Like, he doesn't feed on food. He feeds on reading newspaper. And, you know, as we all know, newspaper is the most important text. Like, it's more important than Bible, Quran, any religious text. It is the absolute epitome of, like, absolute perfection. And this guy feeds on that, okay? Like, that should tell you what an absolute intellect it is. Now, we also have Dr. Jhatka, Kasitaram, Chingam. Yeah, that's supposed to mean chewing gum. But here it's chingam. Chaiwala, John, number 1, number 2, boxer, and bubblegum. The great holy father of chingam. I can't even. I can't. So now that we have carefully analyzed the cast of characters, I think it's about time we go balls deep into Load Boat.
Cool clothes plus attitude, plus new hand moves and gap.
Let's go. Now this is the 320th issue, which means that this thing has been running for quite a while. So now let's open the latest edition that was published on the 1st November. Now you can get this issue for either 20 rupees, 0.99 pounds, or $1.50. Get it? So if you happen to live in America or UK, be assured that the next time you go to the comic book store, you may just get yourself the latest copy of this holy gospel. Not to mention the cover is actually filled with some quality humor, such as, Modi ji has said that the trash should be put in the trash bin. I am doing the same. Get it? He called you a trash, you fucking idiot. Or how about this one? Motu? I shall explode the atom bomb after half plates I lost the ahi. What a comedy genius. I'm sure Dr. Jhatka can feel that, don't you? But this has to be my personal favorite. Patlu, what a great fun it would be if I turned into solid gold.
Oi, people will break you into pieces and sell the pieces to the goldsmith. Hi.
But you know, aside from Motu and Patlu, what else can we get? Oh. Maybe I should just be quiet. Yep. But anyway, we are just going to proceed with this latest installment. And one of the first things to greet us is this editorial note that says, dengue and chikungunya can be eliminated if all housewives cooperate. Well, that's why I read Kids Magazine. And what do you know? The first comic is titled Gamma Has Failed, featuring these horrible abomination. The absolute bang for my 20 rupees. It's a story about an Arabian bitch who's about to lose all of his exams. So, of course, the next logical thing to do is to fill this fat fuck with shit ton of drugs. How does he do this, you ask? Well, isn't it obvious? With the help of Donkey from Shrek and a genie who is poisoned by all the steroids he did. And because this is target for kids, everything works in the end and they live happily ever after. Fa la 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 la. Next. Then we have a story from ancient India about the pointy people and a child story aptly titled How to Succeed in Adverse Situations. With that, I guess, maybe. Okay, by the way, I have another important announcement to make, and that is, do you got some nuts? If so, then please give it to lactating mothers and breastfed children. Ground nuts act as a preventive against allergies. Yeah, thank you, bye. Now we got a lion and dog love story, some generic furry fanfiction, some interesting facts, and a straight up competition about who can look the absolute darling between these two. If you would.
The Trash King
Now, this is a story all about how I tried to spread the filth around, but then this guy woke up and everything was gone. The end.
But come on, let's be real. We're not in here for these secondary bullshit. No, we are here for the actual overlords of this creation. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you MOTU PATLU Swachh Bharat.
Aha! The banana was so tasty.
But the way you threw away the skin was totally wrong.
Everyone throws the skin on the road. I too have done similarly.
Why do they call it the skin though?
If everyone is making India a heap of trash, shall we too do the same?
Irony has never ever been this cruel to the mankind. Let me just tell you that.
What harm is my one banana skin going to cause to anyone?
By the way, thanks for telling me that he's sleeping. I definitely could not have figured that out.
You are right. We should put waste material and trash in trash bins.
This is our own country. Only we can keep it clean. No one else will do this job for us.
Not even your Third Reich, my Führer?
This is our country and only we can keep it clean.
Filth spread diseases. Always keeps the surrounding clean.
Only clean India can be India #1. Yeah. And then Beyonce came to the stage and danced for all the patriotic Indians faithfully working hard for their country. And that's how Hitler was born.